What if your entire destiny was stolen over a single meal? This is the story of a man who did just that, and so much more. In the ancient world, two twin brothers, Jacob and Esau, were born. Their rivalry, born in the womb, would not just define their lives, but would echo through millennia, shaping the very course of history. Esau, the firstborn, was a skillful hunter, his father's favorite. Jacob, the younger, was a quiet man, dwelling in tents, beloved by his mother, Rebekah. This division of affection planted the seeds of a conflict that would change everything. The moment of ultimate deception arrived when their father, Isaac, old and blind, prepared to give Esau the firstborn's blessing, a sacred, irrevocable pronouncement of prosperity and leadership. Guided by his mother's cunning, Jacob disguised himself as his hairy brother. He approached his father, his arms covered in goatskins, and offered a savory meal. The old man, though suspicious of the voice, was fooled by the touch. Isaac unknowingly bestowed the coveted blessing upon his younger son, sealing a destiny that was never meant to be his. When Esau returned, the truth was revealed, and his heart-wrenching cry filled the air. He vowed revenge, and Jacob's life as a fugitive began. Forced to flee his brother's murderous rage, Jacob embarked on a long journey into the unknown. Alone and afraid, he lay his head on a stone to rest one night and experienced a vision that would forever change him. He dreamed of a great ladder stretching from the earth to the heavens, with angels of God ascending and descending upon it. At the top stood God, who promised Jacob the land on which he slept, countless descendants, and a vow to be with him always. This divine encounter was a turning point, transforming his fearful flight into a purposeful pilgrimage, assuring him that despite his deceit, he was not abandoned. Arriving in a distant land, Jacob sought refuge with his uncle Laban. It was there he saw Rachel, Laban's younger daughter, and fell deeply in love. He agreed to work for his uncle for 7 years in exchange for her hand in marriage. But the deceiver was about to be deceived himself. On the wedding night, Laban switched his daughters, tricking Jacob into marrying Leah, the older sister. Enraged but still in love, Jacob agreed to work another 7 years to finally marry his beloved Rachel. This painful lesson in betrayal mirrored his own past actions, forcing him to confront the consequences of his choices through the crucible of his own heartache. Years later, as Jacob journeyed back to his homeland, a wealthy man with a large family, he was filled with dread at the thought of facing Esau. The night before their reunion, a mysterious man appeared and wrestled with him until the break of dawn. Jacob, though injured, refused to let go until he received a blessing. The stranger, a divine being, did bless him, changing his name from Jacob, which means supplanter, to Israel, meaning he who struggles with God. This grueling all-night struggle symbolized his internal battle, and in prevailing, he was transformed from a cunning trickster into a patriarch worthy of a divine covenant. The next day, the reunion Jacob had feared for 2 decades unfolded not in violence, but in forgiveness. Esau ran to meet him, and the two brothers embraced and wept. Their long-standing feud finally healed. Jacob, now Israel, settled in the Promised Land and became the father of 12 sons, who would go on to lead the 12 tribes of Israel. Jacob's journey, marked by deception and struggle, teaches us a profound lesson. Even through our deepest flaws and most challenging trials, there is a path to redemption. Our greatest challenges, the ones that wrestle with our very soul, can lead to our greatest blessings and a destiny we never thought possible.